That kind of went south. Hold on. Let me go to all messages. So, I'm getting there. I'm giving you some ideas. It's a little hard to do this first thing in the morning when I'm trying to get into Halloween spirit here. All right. So here we go. This is our Halloween idea. So yesterday you saw me with the Foxy Brown 70s groove. Today we're going to Downton Abbey and the 20s and the flappers. And yes, I have it all. I even have shoes, but I left them downstairs because I realized what time it was. I didn't do my hair normally. I would sit there and do the period haircut with the little 3 buns that go back the back with the little tiara, which I couldn't find. But here we go. I've worn this outfit numerous times and I cannot read anything because I can't scroll. Why? Because I'm going to take my jacket off. And here we are. And we're going to discuss all the things. So this jacket was a jacket given to me in high school by my parents. It's not real, but we love it. So that's that. I actually have a period jacket, but my daughter has it. I just gave it to her recently. And I have the long gloves with the little buttons, some costume jewelry that just kind of looks vintage. And I'm going to be taking this off so I can actually touch the screen because, you know, these are not gloveless. So in order for me to read comments, we've got to start taking off these clothes. Oh, that didn't sound right. You know what I meant. These gloves, the costume. All right. So because I am going to sew today. So we have this. We're going to put this aside. So I have some period shoes that I wear with this outfit. We have lots of pearls. I believe this is an antique set. So a lot of the stuff I have on is vintage. This was bought. This was pretty much new. This was bought in an estate sale with these earrings because I like that kind of stuff. And so let me show you this. This is also an estate piece. So is this dress, by the way. This dress is an original flapper's dress. This is not a costume. Look at these. Look at these. This is how long their strand is. And because they're antique, they have that beautiful yellowing that they have. Because when you get the new stuff, they're all like white. So this is that. These are also antique. Look at the clasp they used back then. And then to look at my dress. So my dress has issues. Yesterday I had to take, over here if you notice there's some issues. Right here it's starting to give way. So I went ahead and used some of this stuff with some black, fabric to try to kind of mend that a little. But what do you want? It's probably over 100 years old. Let me see, can I go over? So underneath is a modern tank top, and this had a slip, but the slip completely deteriorated. The slip is here. I'm going to put this like that. And I'm going to bring this down. I'm moving this. So the slip is gone, and I just had to find like a little dress I had, tank dress. But look at these. They are studded. The beadery on this is incredible. It is incredible. It goes all the way down. And then here, these do the flapper things. I mean, look at this. This was all hand done. Look at all this. It's gorgeous. And then the center of that has a rhinestone. And the back. Just look. Well, let me make sure this goes down far enough. Look at the back. Look at the beading of this on the back. It really is just incredible. The workmanship, the way they cut everything out. It's just lovely. You can find gems like this, believe it or not, still in thrift stores. And I just love the bottom. Look at how they do the tail end. Let's see, can I go? See, when I was in the living room, you could see a full profile of me. Let's see if we can do that now. Can you see me going this way? You kind of can. Of course, this would have been longer. They wouldn't be sitting here with their legs out. But yeah, so this is longer. This would be going on top of a, and it was on top of a black silk shift. So this is the costume idea for the day. So we did 70s, and now we're doing 20s. I'm gonna pull this off. I don't know what happened to my feathers. I had some feathers. You know, I haven't worn this costume in a long while. So, but you know what I'm gonna do? I showed you this. I'm gonna quickly go over, and I'm going to put on, I'm gonna take this off, because I was just thinking if I sew on this and rub on this, that this may, you know, it's really getting there, because I didn't have this issue until just recently. So give me a second. Everyone, look at this beautiful quilt. This is what we're going to be working on today for the teen quilt. Give me 2 seconds. I will. Oh, where is my maid? I need one of those maids that undresses you. This is why. This thing weighs a ton. Okay, I had to take this dress off myself because I don't have a lady's maid to take my dresses off for me. But I will tell you, my husband, my honey, had to help, because it is hard to dress yourself back in that day. I mean, you don't want this stuff to appear. So I got it off. So now, I guess I wasn't kidding when I said I'm taking off my clothes. Look at that. Okay, can you see that? I think you could see it now better now that I have it off. Look at that beading. I mean, really, look at that. It's spectacular. It really is. I just think of all the hours of work. This weighs a ton. Like when I say this weighs a lot. This weighs so much. I love this piece. But it weighs. Okay. Into sewing clothes. Pretty sewing clothes. Look at this. I'm all done up for sewing today. So let me go back. Let me say hello to everyone. I have 14 of you on. Okay. Oops. I think I missed. So I have E. Marie. Good morning. Yesterday's unboxing from Mirta was amazing. Yes, this is her quilt. Hi, Andrea. And Aunt Beck. And John. Up in the Heights in Houston are many stores that sell vintage clothing. I love visiting those shops. Melanie's here. Good morning. And Pat, I want to see you dance. I would be afraid to dance in that, though. Good morning, Jessica. Can you remove mod status? Oh, yeah. No problem. Sorry. I just did that yesterday because you said something was going on crazy. It's on. It's gone. All right, Melanie, good morning. Pat, oh, I love that pattern. A maid that undresses you. Isn't that illegal? Maybe, right? Aisha, good morning. Okay, so I am done. So I slept all day yesterday. Is what I figured is I slept all day yesterday. That's my guess. Because I don't remember. I guess my body needed it. I slept before I got on that live and then slept all the way from that live on. I like woke up in between. Hello from the Netherlands. Missed you. I missed you too. You can go back. Yesterday I was in a 70s costume. Today I was in a 20s costume. Now I'm in a grandma's costume. I mean, yeah, you could just go around being a Puerto Rican grandma. This could be a Halloween costume right here. You know, she may not have the diamonds, but my grandmother always had a set of pearls. So yeah, and the pearls would be worn with the bata, okay? So you can go around being grandma. All right, so let's start. So with this I'm going to extend. It needs 10 inches from top to bottom and on the sides. So I think it's, so that's 70 by 50. I think it was 70 by 50. And I was going through my stash, and I need 5.5 inch border all the way around this. And you know, my choices are what they are. So with that said, my choices are what they are. So be kind. So I like this fabric. Oh yes, prayers for everyone in the path of Hurricane Melissa. Jamaica is taking a direct hit from a Category 5 star. Oh no. Oh no. My hubby is taking my grandson trick-or-treating. Just popped in to say, hi, I hope your package shipped to you today. I have to get ready for hubby's chemo. Oh yes, and we're all thinking about him. So I had a yard of this, which is exactly what you need for a 5.5. This was from Jessica Sampu, The Red Sea by Robert Kaufman. So this is what I cut off. Hello, Catherine. This was one of those things that just came to my possession, not something I bought. Well, yeah, it was something I bought with yard sale. Came into my possession. So long story short, I wanted to go to this lady's estate sale that was fabric. She was downsizing her fabric room, and my honey saw me going through things one at a time, and he's looked at this room and said, oh no. So he went over and spoke to that woman's husband. Next thing you know, we're packing up her sewing room and we are leaving. Hi, Mirta. So we were leaving. This is, I think, where this came from. So this was one of the, yeah, it is. This is where that came from. Yeah, he was not going to have patience for me to go through everything. He's like, nope. And at that time, I didn't have stash, right? Because this was right after COVID. I had no stash. So I started off with someone else's stash. Hi, Regina. So we started this. And the reason I picked this is because all the colors are in here. And it's a little bit fun. So I can make this a little bit more fun for a teen or a tween. And it's got little fishies. I mean, I like the fabric. It's unique. I just like that it has all the colors. Look at this, like the blue. It's almost as if I took this to the fabric store and picked out all the solid-ish colors to go with it. The tone-on-tones is solid. So we're going to use this. I got exactly 7 5.5 inch strips. 7. So that was good. That's the first thing. We're going to do that. The other thing I have done, I woke up a little bit early, was I went ahead. Good morning to all in the chats. Prayers to people in the path of the hurricane. Oh, yes. And everybody else has all kinds of path. What pattern is that quilt? I have no idea. I have no idea. She didn't put that on there. She just said maybe you could use this, and we're going to use this. So I don't know the pattern, but I mean, like over here, it looks like there's I don't know. It looks like there's a strip set of 3, and then you put a little piece on the top and bottom. That's what it looks like here. But then some of them is true scrappy quilt. Some of them then look like there's a strip set, and then there's another piece, so it makes it look like an eye. So I'm not really sure what the pattern is. And then it looks like it has been sewn where it's a partial seam. It looks like it's a partial seam. So that's the best I could do. It looks like this right here is the block, right here. This little part. I could see this actually, Pat, in a Quilt of Valor, right? Because you could put your showpiece block here, or it could be like blue with stars, and then these could be red and white going around. I mean, you know, I love it. I love it. It's going to be great. We're going to tie in this border that has all the same colors in it. I mean, even the greens are the same color. So I was happy with it. Then I pulled out this pin cushion tutorial. I pulled it up, made sure I knew what I was doing. This is the Ginger Quilter box. It calls for a 6.5-inch round circle template. And I went through all my templates, and I only had one circle template, believe it or not, in all those templates. And it says it's a quilter's template, but it only goes up to 5. It does go up to 5 or 5.5. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 5.5. So my thing is we're gonna just fudge it and kind of use this and kind of go like put points of 1 inch all the way around, and then kind of just make it up, because we just have to make it up because I don't have one. That might be my next project. There you go. So we have that. It calls for, I don't know if I can give dimensions, even though it's a free blog post, but it calls for making half square triangles, and then you trim those triangles. You don't need to trim those triangles, because the way Lori Holt does it is she makes the triangle, no, the square, and then the flip and stitch, and you just cut off the rest. So when I saw what you want to make sure that the HST is, the size of the HST, so I went into that size that's on this blog, and I actually had bonus HST-ish, because as you can see, there's this, these were actually cutoffs from some quilt that I made, and this happens to be Lori Holt fabric. So I said, you know what? It's not true HSTs, but it'll work. So I took that, and then it calls for tan fabric, and I cut my squirrel pieces. Those are over there. And so I'm just, this is leftover, so that's going to be matched with that. And then I have my pie tin and this, and I have this all on here to work on with you all. And this. And then over here is this pattern here, which is called Easy as Pie Quilted Table Runner. So this was the fabric, the pattern. This is leftover fabric. These are cut to size. These are cut to size already. I'm going to show you how I make my own template. This is the Ginger Quilter, the trim, the fabric already cut, and the backing. I just have this, found it in my stash. You know what? It's going to work. I'm at that point right now. It's going to just work. We're just going to make it work. So let's go ahead. What to do first? So this is what we're working on this week. On this table runner, you're making 4 of these blocks. I'm not going to make a table runner. I'm actually just going to make placemats, because I think we use a lot of placemats here, and they just get thrown into the pile with the cloth napkins and everything. So we can never have enough placemats, believe it or not. So we're going to turn those into placemats. They're super cute. Good morning, Linda. Did I say good morning, Sherry? And Babalota is working on a hexi quilt by hand, half done. It's 2 meters by 1 meter, running out of scraps though. Oh no, that's never good. Okay, I'm moving the camera. Oh, and we also need some of this. So in that pattern, it calls for the fusible stuff that Lori Holt uses to do the applique. I have some of that, but I don't want to use that. We're going to go just use that other stuff, because when I made my pumpkin, I realized on my shirt, I really love that. Leanna, I emailed you this morning. This is Jessica. Good morning. Please read before you open the box. I will. Hi, Michelle. So my thought is I have some kind of something. I was hoping it's not my diverticulitis. I'm moving the camera, but I'm thinking it is. It's acting up. At least that's what I thought in the morning. That's what I thought in the morning. And being asleep all day, now I'm thinking maybe I got something else. I don't know. But I woke up. I'm fine. It's all in my face. I wasn't even sure if I was going to go to work today. I'm making a Frosty the Snowman pattern that I designed, and it is being tested this week, and I plan on releasing it by this weekend. Oh, that sounds great. I had a virus. It took 3 weeks to get over. Oh, don't even say that. I feel like, what is going on? Oh. Well, it would be good if I shut everything down because I was away. I was away for a whole 24 hours because I planned to stay longer. But when I thought my diverticulitis was acting up, I just wanted to get home. I had to do food shopping and that kind of stuff because I was away. And I did. It's funny because I said to Honey this morning, I woke up, I said, I feel like I slept since I got home all day. He says, yeah, you did. He says, you were up intermittently for like, half hour. We started watching a movie and I fell asleep. What did we watch? Dark Shadows? Dark Shadows. I was looking for something Halloween. And we watched Dark Shadows. I've never seen it before. It was a Tim Burton movie. I thought Tim Burton only did things like The Night Before Christmas and all that. And then my honey's like, no, he did Edward Scissorhands and all these other ones. I was like, oh. And then he's like, did you not notice that Johnny Depp because he's in all the movies? I go, nope. But it was interesting. But I don't do well with scary movies. And once I see blood and guts and stuff like that, I'm out. So I, somewhere along the line, it said it was a comedy. But some of it, I guess it's dark humor, dark comedy. It's not my thing too much. So I fell asleep. I meant to ask him how was the rest of the movie because he had said he had never seen it either. Let's see. Any ideas? I'm going to an engagement blessing. Is a gift given for that? I don't know. I've never heard of an engagement blessing. I mean, but who could go wrong with some like napkins or placements? I mean, I don't know, Michelle. Honestly, I've never heard of that. What does the center square of that block measure? I like the Quilt of Valor ideas. Dark Shadows has a movie. I used to watch the TV show when I was younger. I have no idea. That's what the movie was called. What if it's based on the show? I have no idea. It said it was a Tim Burton movie. Let's see. What's the measurements for the center? I don't know if I can do this, but we're gonna do it. I have no idea. So here we go. According to this, here, I could just pull this out here. According to this, we are looking at a center that is, looks like 5.5, but let me see. Yes, 5.5 inch center. And these strips that you're making, it looks like a strip unit, is 1.5 inches. Yes, 1.5 inches. 1.5 inch strips. And that was, what did I tell you? A 5.5 inch square. I hope this is legal, guys. I don't want to get shut down for this. Let's see. It's a scrap quilt. I think these are 8. I don't know how. I think they're cut in sections of 6.5, and then you add that little extra end piece. And then that'll give you about an 8 inch piece maybe. Hello, Jamie. Must make lunch, no problem. Brethel? What's Bethrow? Jamie, I don't know what that means. Broth? Oh, you can figure it out on your software. Okay. So we are going to add this stuff to this. Okay. So she does the thing that I'm going to add these to the sides. So we made all kinds of projects, kiddo and I. We decorated cookies. Are you becoming a... Oh, I'm collecting these. Would bowl covers be a good gift? I think so. I'm collecting these. This is part of my quilting community. So you all are sending me these. I keep putting them on there, and then I'm going to make that for this backdrop. That's what that is, Bevelota. So if you want to send me a house from the Netherlands to go in the quilt, you are welcome to. And I am going to be darned because every time I go through this, I have to take one off to measure it. And we are at, I think it's 5.5 by 7.5, if I remember right. They are 5.5 by 7.5 inch block. So you make it however you want to represent you, where you're from, and then my address is down below. Oh, it's a formal agreement to be married. Oh, I never heard of that. That's cool. It sounds so 1800 like, or a Tudor like, or you know, when I watch all those Tudor movies, I was just watching something about Tudor, where they had a contract of marriage. That is correct. My niece and partner had a hand fasting ceremony before they wed. Oh, I do know what that is because I just watched that on not Outlander, but Blood by Blood, or Blood and Blood. I don't remember what it's called. It's Blood and something Blood. Blood of My Blood, maybe. It's a prequel to Outlander. And she was hand fast to Jamie's dad, which I can't remember his name right now. That's how I know some things. I watch way too much stuff that I know these things because I watch these crazy English and Scottish shows. And Christmas trivia is going to be coming up soon. Someone sent me Christmas trivia. I've been waiting before we can play Christmas trivia. We're not going to start playing Christmas trivia until we got to get through Thanksgiving, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. We have to get through that. And then out is going to come the Christmas trivia. I'm excited. I'm getting ready. My daughter and son-in-law had a betrothal ceremony. There we go. I didn't have any of that. It was just they're getting married and we got married. That's cool. It's good to have traditions. It's neat to hear about everybody's traditions too. yesterday in one of my times where I was a little bit aware, I had put on a show on PBS documentary, and it was Coding the Queen's Letters, and it was Mary, Queen of the Scots, and these people were decoding some of her letters that had never been decoded before. And it was a team, and it was so neat. I was so intrigued, but I fell asleep. I was up, put that on, I think maybe for about a half hour, so I'm gonna have to rewatch that. I think I'm gonna have to rewatch everything. And I purposely fell asleep at Dark Shadows where it was getting too, I don't do well with blood, and spoiler alert, he's a vampire, so. So I really wasn't doing well when he was hungry. Oh, you've never heard of that until his proposal. Oh, cool. You have Christmas stuff up? I know people have their Christmas stuff up already. My mom being one of them, she texted me at some point last night, and I saw it this morning, or maybe sometime yesterday, and I really was quite out of it. And she pulled out the 3 Kings quilt. I made her a 3 Kings quilt. So she pulled out her holiday 3 Kings quilt. We have the sides on. It doesn't need to be on right now. All right, let me give you one of these. Ready? True or false? Horses can only focus their eyes into binocular vision by moving their heads up and down. So for all you horse lovers, horses can only focus their eyes into binocular vision by moving their heads up and down. True or false? Oh, I would love to make a Reyes quilt. Well, it was a panel that I actually bought when I was in Puerto Rico one year. And I just made it for my mom, just put borders on it. I'm sure there's got to be like a quilt out there to actually do it. I'm cracking myself up because this is one of my grandma's batas. And I'm cracking myself up because she would wear this with her pearls and her pearl earrings. I don't have my pearl earrings on. And I just remember that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm turning into my grandma. So now we have this one. And I just kind of see how I want this, so this will go this way. To continue this, there we are. When I saw this fabric, I had an idea to make this fabric into a kaleidoscope quilt. That's, I've had this fabric for a while now, right? Never made it, but it's gonna look beautiful on this. I mean, there are reasons like I have fabric. And then those reasons never get done. Anybody else have that same situation? We have true. Pumpkin on the head. Michelle sent me a pumpkin on the head. What does that mean? Ooh, intriguing. What is that all about? Michelle sent a pumpkin on the head. Someone enlighten me what that is. I don't see a pumpkin on the head. How do I retrieve this pumpkin on the head? Oh, that's funny. Yesterday I got a what do you call those, a super chat from someone who just stopped into my channel. That was super sweet. That's now happened twice in one of my lives in the last week. In the last week, a random person basically passed it forward, came in and sent a super chat. I'm not used to seeing that light up and everything. But now what's a pumpkin head? There's like a little gift box. Click on the box. I tried. I'm clicking on the box. It's not letting me click on the box. I promise you I'm clicking on the box. I'm going to have to look that up, because I don't know what that means. I mean, there's a little box. Your name is highlighted. It says that you sent me a pumpkin head, but it's not letting me do anything. I saw a pumpkin on your head and it disappeared. Oh, look at that. There is, oh, I just saw that though. Now she just sent me a latte. A latte. Oh, I love that. I did not see the other one. That's weird. The other one never showed up. Or maybe you guys saw it. I must have been, that's funny. Oh, they're getting to be like Snapchat. Isn't Snapchat, don't they do that kind of stuff? Is this something new? Is this something new that YouTube is doing? Oh, my honey keeps slamming that door. You know, when we were kids and how are the diamonds earned for gift purchases? I have no idea. I have no idea. The diamond, I don't know anything about jewels, diamonds, you know, are there pearls? I'm not versed in too much of YouTube. I should probably be. I'm more versed in how to get this stuff done and get it to the hands that they need it. Is it something on your phone? Is it something? Oh my goodness. If my grandma was here and I'm wearing grandma's, I should go over there and start screaming at him. Stop slamming the door. What's wrong with you? Oh, he's coming up the stairs. Is he? Because I was going to tell him that too. I was like, I would tell him, don't you keep slamming that door. All right. So we have one up. Let's put this last one on here, and I think we will have ourselves a teen quilt ready. Let's see. Yeah, this is the way it needs to go. We have a teen quilt down, and now I just have to see for backing. I have some backings that I've already made, and if those don't match this, I will go through my brown stash. I don't think I've been through my brown stash to see if I have big chunks of brown. I should do that for this quilt. But if I have something brown, I'm going to go for it. So I'm going to just finger... I don't know what's going on. Come on. Anybody else have that when you were kids? Your person who was taking care of you, but whether it be my grandparents took care of us because our parents worked so much. And it was myself and my cousins. Well, he must have heard me. He closed the door a little quieter. It's cute. Wait, sent a flower. I didn't see the flower. I want diamonds, but I want to wear them. Me too. You can click on the gift box. There is a diamond valued assigned. Yes. I do not see in the computer. Okay, but I didn't see Aisha's sent a flower to me. You know, they really need to make it so that I could see this stuff. I guess I will see it on when I go back and review. I'm going to go back and review. What are the gifts for? I don't know. I don't know, Linda. I don't know what YouTube is doing. I have no clue. I don't know how it translates to me. I don't see a box. That one latte box, there was a latte box there, and I clicked that. The other two didn't have a box that I could click. It just says that happens. All right, and because I'm sewing, maybe I'm not seeing it fast enough. Okay, so horses can only focus their eyes into binocular vision by moving their heads up and down is true. The result is a lack of depth perception and helps explain why they are afraid of dark spots and on the ground. And you know, you see horses go like that quite a bit. I never knew why. Now we know why. I'm not Technosept, nor am I. All right, so we learned something new about horses. Ready? Nature. Black and white pepper come from the same plant. True or false? And I guess we're not going to be able to make the ginger quilter box today because I'm running out of time. But I have everything ready, so we can do it together tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. I wanted to get this going so that I can find backing for it and start using the you know, the batting that was sent, those packages of batting. Now I have a question, and I've done it before, but what do you think about this? So I spoke to the person who was asking me about fleece, and that they were not looking for that kind of fleece. I don't know what they were looking for. And so this fleece that I have is big fleece. Do you think I could use it in the quilt instead of batting? I seem to think I can. Wow, an hour goes by fast. I know. Thank you for all the gifts. I appreciate them. I just wish I understood more. Yes, it's on the phone. You buy gifts and send them. I don't know if you get paid for them, but I would hope so. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I'm gonna look into it because now I'm intrigued. So here's this. I know when someone sends me a super chat, that goes into my, it goes into like where my membership section is. I think you can use it. Oh, okay. So here's this, and here's that. This is my leftover from the yard of fabric that I had, but look at this. I think this is going to be gorgeous. I think this is just going to be so gorgeous. So tomorrow I'm going to come up with another costume. I'm going to move this. I know that some people use flannel as batting for lightweight quilts. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I could do that because I have quite a bit. And if this friend of mine can't use it, I'm going to ask, though, also the lady who coordinates the teen quilts, because she said the reason why they went to quilts is because they couldn't find the fleece to hand tie. They do the fleece blankets. So if she could use it, that would be great. But if not, I think they're going to end up in these quilts. So here it is. I like it. I think it's fun. Look, I'm going to move it. I think it's fun. I really do. I think it's so much fun. It really draws out this and frames it well. I feel like it made this pop. Right? And I think this would be nice. I like it. Totally, totally dig it with this fishy border. Right? It does. It makes this whole thing pop. So I'm excited. So now I just need to find backing. When I went through the drawers, which are now half empty, my drawers. So now the stuff that she just gave me, I have a place to put it right in those drawers. You are envisioning. I found this. There's a lot of this. There's a lot of this, and there's a lot of this. So I'm thinking these could possibly be backing, not necessarily for this. I have to go too. It's 8:03. I have to take my bata off and actually put on clothes that I'm gonna wear to school today. That's not a costume. But anyway, had to give you costume ideas. So tomorrow, stay tuned for another costume idea. And we will be working on this ginger quilter box because I want to do this. This is like super fun. I'm excited. I know we go to family for Thanksgiving, but I may just want to be home and use these for us. So I will see you tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Pass it forward. And if you wouldn't mind giving me the thumbs up on your way out, I would also appreciate it. Thank you again for the fabric and the tops. They're just fabulous. Take care. Bye-bye.